me on the Terror Machine. This is your monthly love reading for the month of August 2017, and this will be for the sign of Virgo. So let me go ahead and give these cards a shuffle to see what energies you be working with for the month and the rest of the month. Okay, in the middle of the reading, you got the Seven of Swords in the upright. The Seven of Swords for single says you could be meeting a person in this month or already met this person that they coming off very sneakative, or they're not trying to give you any information about their past relationships when it comes to being trying to hook up with them to be on a one-on-one. They just have this, they could be a slickster or come off very slick when they come off talking to you, or when they talk to you you figure they have an underlying motive or trying to get away with something when they become when it comes to being in a one-on-one relationship. You either is giving this vibe off to somebody when you're talking to them, or they doing this to you when you're talking to them about being in a one-on-one relationship. If you already couple up, it's saying that it's certain things that is not jiving in your relationship, that you're trying to make a connection. Maybe your companion is acting kind of closed off or secretive about certain things that they needs to be discussed about your relationship to put it on a better level, and they kind of avoiding the issue. This is also is when people are sneaky, they do a lot of avoidance on certain questions or certain things. They can be coming off combative or guardative too at the same time. Either your companion is doing this to you or you're doing this to them. What you have underneath is the Chariot in the upright. So for singles, you're ready to go down a new path. Maybe you have met this person and this person is not the type of person, so you ready to switch directions and kind of get focused on what type of person you want to be in a one-on-one relationship with. Either somebody is coming off like this to you, or you're coming off like this to somebody, that when you meet this person and talking about being in a one-on-one relationship, you kind of laying the path of which way the relationship should go, or what you want the relationship to head to when it comes to having a bond with somebody else. Somebody may be expressing this to you, or you're expressing this to somebody else, and you want to make sure that this person, when they in a one-on-one relationship, that with them being in a relationship, it doesn't throw them off. They always stay keltered and focused on the matter at hand of building a better bond with you. If you already coupled up, you're ready to take you ready to put some firm things in line when it comes to your relationship. You could be either you're doing this or your companions do this, is ready because of this sneaky, decisive, trying to be closed off attitude when it comes to bringing up certain stuff that could be a benefit in your relationship. You're headed to this point that you ready to lay, like, kind of lay down the law and run in that direction, and only in that direction, because you feel it's going to make a better bond in your relationship. Either your companion is doing this to you, or you're doing this to them, or you both made a decision to say, okay, all this stuff needs to stop, so let's both get on the same page and move in the same direction to build our relationship to a better bond. What you have in the past is the Seven of Wands in the upright. The Seven of Wands is for singles. You could have met somebody that was very argumentative, or they come off very aggressive when they come to talking or having a certain action about getting into a one-on-one relationship with somebody. They, instead of talking things out, they rather argue things out, and you may have seen that personality or that characteristic in that person, and that's why you probably made a switch to say, nah, I ain't trying to get that type of person. Let me go and move on to something else that is more in line with what I want to do with the chariot underneath you. But either somebody think this about you, or you thinking this about somebody that you dealt with in the past, that they was just a little bit too combative when it comes to being in a one-on-one relationship, or you thought that if you get in a relationship, their attitude or their actions within being in a one-on-one relationship will snowball or progress into more of a argumentative thing. Either this person thought about it with you, or you thought this about a person in the past that you was dealing with, that came at you at a certain speed or a certain way that you didn't feel that was in line with what you want when it comes to a one-on-one relationship. If you already coupled up, it says that due to this whatever sneakiness that you're currently doing now, it was based on old arguments that kept being brought up, or your companion was being combative on certain things that you wanted to bring into the relationship that you felt that would be a positive. Either you did this to your companion, or your companion did this to you, that when you brought it up, they rather argue about the situation than try to really think about it and take some kind of action and clear it out. They rather just argue the situation or what was going wrong in your relationship to death. Basically, they just wanted to argue it to hope that that situation would clear up from just arguing it out, that you would not bring it up again, or the issue would be dropped, or it was a way to kind of kill off that. If you argue something to somebody for so long, eventually they won't bring it up again, because they figure they are when I bring it up again, that's the same action is going to happen. And that could have been happening in the past. Either your companion did this to you, or you did this to them. What you have above you is the Five of Cups in the upright. So the Five of Cups in the upright is saying basically that for singles, you could be meeting a person that's either they stuck in the past when it comes to actions of their old companions, or you could be stuck in that when you present yourself to somebody to be on a one-on-one, and you are a person, or this person that's talking to you is a person that fuels their relationships on old stuff. They kind of, well, they will kind of won't let stuff go, and they kind of keep that as a fed or a crutch of being in a one-on-one relationship with somebody. Either you're doing this to somebody, or somebody is doing this to you, that they rather will take the route of bringing up old stuff and not letting it go, and they will carry that over into a new relationship, transform that onto the new person, even if you're not doing that, or you're a different type of person. They don't see any difference in it when it comes to be in a one-on-one relationship with somebody different from the past. Either you're doing this, or somebody else is doing this. And they, every time they argue, they really putting heart and emotion, because it hit them at a core level that they can't let it go. And this person you may be talking to, or this person is trying to talk to you, is a person that just can't let shit go and let it keep it moving, basically. So if you are already coupled up, what it's saying is what is causing disruptions in your relationships is some old emotional stuff. Maybe something came up in the past within a argument that your companion can't let go, because they felt it hit a true nail on how they was thinking at that time of that argument. Either you did this to your companion, or your companion did this to you. Is that the argument in the past led to them having a stank feeling that they can't wash away when it comes to moving on to something else that could be a positive benefit to your union. Either your companion is doing this to you, or you doing this to you, that this old issue or this thing that they can't let go, that hit their heart, will keep coming up to a certain point that it's now becoming the new fuel for your relationship and diminishing your bond with your companion. Either your companion is doing this to you, or you doing this to them. The last card you have is the Star in reverse. So The star in reverse is saying for singles, you could be meeting a person or you could be displaying yourself like this due to all the people you're running into that you think are good candidates to be in a one-on-one relationship. You're starting to have a diminished outlook on how you deal with other people or the potential people that you want to be in a one-on-one relationship with. You are running into these weird characters that are not following or getting their stuff together with you, and they feeling like you're feeling like, or this person could be feeling like that there's no hope to find somebody different than the same type of people that you finding people that are argumentative, people trying to act sneaky, people that go over old issues. You could be displaying this to somebody you're talking to, or somebody could be displaying this to you. When they talk, they always have a negative outlook based on past experiences or a past relationship that they have been into. If you already coupled up, what it's saying is that due to this, both of y'all views about stuff is starting to diminish when it comes to your bond. Is saying that because all this negative stuff is happening in this time period, that is basically you're starting to have a side eye when it comes to the relationship in your bond. Also, your companion or you could be having a negative outlook on it, but at the same time you're is room to change, but somebody don't want to change or don't want to see the other side of what is positive within your union. They rather see the negative stuff, the old stuff, or the old stuff that they figure should have worked to be a benefit in your relationship. So let me go ahead and get a clarifier of why this outlook is coming up. Okay, you got the Eight of Wands in reverse for singles. What it's saying is definitely you're running into the same type of people, and it's having you have a different outlook of what type of people you want to be in a relationship with. You're running into the same old, usually, and you figure the time period for you finding somebody is like really slowing down, or the people that you do want to get in a relationship with, they're just not coming to you. Because usually the Eight of Wands upright means fast action and movement, but when it's in reverse, it's slow. So the potential candidate you want is basically either taking a time to come at you, or you is trying to shake this attitude, this negative attitude, and stop presenting this to certain people to find a potential one-on-one relationship that could fit you. But at the same time, it's taking a long time to break a certain pattern that you have, that or negative outlook that you have when it comes to relationships. Either somebody you're talking to is doing this, or you're doing this to them. If you um are already coupled up, what it's saying is even if you wish something to come real fast and make a sudden change in your relationship, it's just not happening. It just seems like for you to chip away at this issue that is making um a negative aspect on your bond, it's going to take a lot of time for you to kind of carve those issues out and kind of clear them up, or try to break your companions attitude, or reassure them that whatever you said to them, or whatever you was arguing about, or whatever this old issue that is staining them, it is what it is. It's an old issue that needs to be put to rest. But either you're doing this to the companion, or the companion's doing this to you. Is they don't want to move off of it, or they're kind of moving off of it, but it's kind of taking a long time for them to digest, understand it, and move, and then present that to the outer of your relationship. Either your companion is doing this, or you're doing this to them. Let's see what the last card is. Okay, you got the Six of Cups in reverse. So, if you're single, you're definitely at a mind state now that you want to find something different that does not represent the past when it comes to a companion. You're ready to find somebody that doesn't fit anything that you dealt with before, to help you feel that is more potential out there than the same type of characters you getting. Either somebody sees this in you, or you see this in somebody else, that they're kind of outside the box and they're not the same type of person that you dealt with before, to help you get a new lesson or refresh that aspect of your love life or being in a one-on-one relationship. And you were hoping that it would change your attitude on it. Or what is also saying, the candidate that you want that's outside the box is going to take some time for that person to come. Either you have to present yourself in a different way, or you have to take action when you see that type of person that you want to be on a relationship with, and just go ahead and get them. Even if they outside the box and you find them strange, you have to step your game up and put yourself up out there, if that's the person you want, that you feel that's in line with you being in a one-on-one relationship. Either you're doing this with somebody, or somebody will be doing this to you. When it comes to people already coupled up, what it's saying is that you're definitely ready to move on to new stuff, and you're trying to help your companion let go of old ass issues that are not being a benefit to the relationship. Either your companion is doing this with you, or you doing this with the companion, is trying to work this out, these old issues, to let them go so you can bring in some fresh stuff. But it's not eating your time away, it's just taking longer than you expect to kind of work this out of your relationship, so you can make room to bring in something positive to your relationship, and also something different that you feel that will help the relationship have a better bond. Either your companion is doing this to you, or you're doing this to them. So I hope you like this reading. Go ahead and hit subscribe. Go ahead and leave your comments at the bottom. You can thumb the video up or down, and I'll talk to you later.